Hey guys, so today we're in the kitchen and I'm going to do a chicken dish that I've had in my head for a couple of days now. It's a fairly simple recipe, but it looks really flamboyant. Okay, so prep saves a lot of time and a lot of hassle. Oh, and tea saves me. It's just good. Okay, so I'm going to start making the rub. Put it all in here, which is big enough for a chicken breast. I fancy black peppercorn, bit of basil, sage. Love sage. Obviously it's better if you've got the proper herbs rather than just coming from one of these, but it works in the end. Is a little bit of coriander. And a healthy splash of paprika. Now, when I say healthy, I mean, just don't be afraid. There we go. Now, it will give a really nice flavour. It will also give it a really nice, vibrant colour, or help to at least. And then lastly, tiny pinch of salt. There, just a little bit. Okay, that is the foundation for my rub. I've got two more things to add to it. Okay, last two things to go into the rub, which obviously is going to be rubbed and cooked with the chicken. Tiny little bit of garlic. May possibly just use half of this. I'll use all of it. And a little bit of a pepper. There we go. I'm only going to use a little bit of the pepper. Really, I can't remember the last time I actually bought a pepper. I have this because for some reason they just threw it in with my order. But it's nice. I mean, I've not properly cooked with pepper for maybe 9 months, maybe 10 months, almost a year. It's nice. There's something very satisfying about it. Now I want to get these fairly small, but still quite rough. Oh, it smells good. I love the best part for me when you're cooking with peppers is all the juice that runs out from the pepper. It's just really nice and it goes so nicely with chicken. Okay, so I'm going to add that to my pot. Pot has already got the garlic in it. A little bit more. That's all fingers. You know what, I think as I'm only cooking one chicken breast, that will be enough. Okay. Oh, I'd be ashamed to waste it. So the rest I'm going to cut and dice. And I'm going to stick these in another pot, and I will do something with that either tomorrow, possibly the day after. We may add some white vinegar to it as well. Have it as like what is it, calamari? Not calamari, that's squid. But you know, has it as a nice little condiment. That would be enough for what I want to do. I love the colour. Absolutely love the colour. Could be the main reason why I use peppers ever at all. Just because of that colour. Okay, so you can dice the chicken. You can fry the chicken, sorry, but I'm planning on putting this in the oven. If you do fry it, I'd recommend dicing it. But as I'm going to put it in the oven, I'm going to cut into the middle of it. Not cutting it in half, just right in the middle. Little bit of oil. There we go. Right. Let's begin. Now you really just want to rub all this in. Oh, it's nice. Look at that. Little bits of garlic there. There's little bits of pepper. When this cooks, it is going to just look so vibrant. Already smells gorgeous. Now I'm going to put this in the oven for about 20 minutes and I'm going to check on it. It will probably take 30, but 20 minutes just to be safe, and then I'll see where I go from there. Probably had enough of this rub to do 2 breasts, but there we go. Right, I'm happy with that. That is all the way through, that it's just completely covered. Gorgeous. And a little bit more of the oil. Now I'm wrapping it in foil because I don't want to lose any of this flavour. Okay, so while that's in the oven, I'm going to quickly wash up everything I've used, and then I'm going to start prepping everything I want with the noodles and donuts. need donuts. Donuts should be part of every cooking. Donuts. Oh, that's good. I wish you guys could smell my kitchen right now. It is gorgeous. You got the peppers, you got the garlic, the paprika. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to use these cherry tomatoes. Now, if it's just a meal for yourself or a meal for you and one other, I think you're safe with 4, maybe 5, but I'm going to do quite a few of them as it happens, and the tomatoes that don't go into this I will put in with peppers, and I will do something with all of them at some point. Yeah. Leftovers pot. I need this because I'm not going to cook these. These will be put on after everything is done. So, do my 4, cut into quarters. There you go. That should be enough for one dish, realistically. Should be fine. So if you're going to cook for 2 people, maybe just add another 1. Or if you're cooking for a family, maybe 7. 7 cherry tomatoes seems about right. Dice all these up. It's always best to have fresh, beautiful ingredients, but you know, money is always an issue. But this is a very cheap meal. It's going to look really nice, and that, still not sure what I'm going to do with that, but I will think of something. There you go. Right. Next. Spinach. I think spinach is one of those foods that's just, it's not given enough credit. So when I do spaghetti bolognese or spaghetti and meatballs, I always try to put a handful of spinach in there. It's not going to be super fine. I think chunks look nicer, but you know, you do want fairly decent chops. But again, there's something to be said for the rough look. A little bit more. Love spinach. Spinach good. So, we've got that in the saucepan. We're going to have fresh egg tagliatelle. Or at least, you know, the packet says it's fresh. Again, portion control is a key feature in this, but you know how much you have. I mean, generally speaking, I think always put a little bit less pasta than you think you're going to need, because pasta fills you up really nice. Love pasta. But I'm not going to listen to my own advice. I'm going to put a little bit more. There you go. That will do. Okay, so this is now going to sit on the side without water in it, because tagliatelle takes like 5-10 minutes to cook, and obviously, you know, we don't want to butcher the pasta or the spinach. That's gonna look nice. And the tomatoes do go in at the very end. I don't want cooked tomatoes with this. If you've not tried cold tomatoes on a hot meal, give this a go first. And if you don't like it after, then, you know, cook them. But try this way first. I believe everything is done now. We just have to dish up. Okay. Pasta is done with spinach as well. See, you remember what I said before? Always do a little bit less pasta than you think you need. But there you go. That's not too bad. I mean, look at that. And to be perfectly honest, as soon as I turn the camera off, I'm adding all the extra because I'm a fat man in a thin man's body. Okay, we're going to put tomatoes. Doesn't have to be, you know, perfect, but I think spreading them around a bit just looks nicer. But now, whoa, the best part. Oh, dear God, look at you. And that's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Looks so rich. You got the gorgeous oils. May possibly look better if it is diced chicken, but I don't want to lose any of this. Now, before I put the rub on the chicken, I did drain the chicken completely, so this is just flavour and oil. Not too much. Not too much at all. Ooh. It smells so good. God, I'm good. Okay, there you go. So, easy to make. I started at past. We are now more or less on the hour. Really quick, really easy. The longest part of this is just cooking the chicken. It'll impress anyone.